What are the most common expenses that you can expect from a surplus fund business? All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what are the most common expenses that you can see or that you will see in a surplus fund or state fund business. Now, I wanted to cover this because, quite frankly, I get questions all the time, something along the lines of, hey, again, what are the most common expenses? Or, hey, if I buy the course, are there any expenses after that? Questions like that. So I figured it's a very common question. I wanted to jump in here and answer it for you guys. But before I do that, make sure you like this video down below. Like it for me. I always love it when you guys do that. And of course, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because as you guys know, once per month, we do a free mini course giveaway on a live stream that we just did last weekend. And we will be doing one very, very soon again. So make sure you guys get notified for when that goes live. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. All right, guys, so to right out just answer the question, what are the most common expenses that you will see in a surplus fund or state fund business? Well, the first thing is you got to look at, there's leads, there is skip tracing. So let's talk about data. That kind of falls under those two fall under the category of data. So with leads, obviously you may have to pay something to get the list of people that's owed money. Now, if you're doing state funds, that may or may not be true. Maybe you go to a state where you get the list for free. Maybe you go to a state where you pay, $3, $4, $5, $6, right? Or maybe you go to a state like, I believe it's Wyoming, where you pay, I think it's $1,200, right? So there's all different ranges of prices you might pay for leads with state funds. With tax overages and mortgage overages, a lot of times you can go to the county website, or you're going to pay for a private company to get you the leads, $100 a month, $200 a month, $500 a month, somewhere in that range, depending on the quality of leads and what is included with the leads. Okay, so I would say on average you're looking about, depending on the niche, anywhere from $100 to $200 for leads, and then also definitely some potential to do a little bit more hard work and get those leads for free, right? So that really is what it comes down to with the leads. Now with the skip tracing, that's a whole nother ball game. There's a lot of free skip tracing options, true people search, free people search. There's a lot of what I call low price skip tracing, which is like Spokio, been verified. Skip Genie is a little bit more expensive, but I'd still put it in that lower tier. White Pages is another example of that. So there's all these different free and low priced options, but I really heavily recommend, if you actually want to be successful in this business and not just spin your wheels and not, quite frankly, not have any success, I really, really recommend that you upgrade and invest in your skip tracing literally right away, like as soon as possible. And so for that, you might be looking at something like an IDI core for a couple $100 a month plus money on searches. So you might spend $300 a month on skip tracing your first couple months, right? But that data is going to allow you to close so many more deals than if you didn't have it, quite frankly, right? So that's kind of your expenses up front with those, as far as the leads and the skip tracing. Now, the next expense would be contracts. Now, again, in certain areas, you might get contracts for free. In other areas, you may have to literally pay an attorney to get you the contracts. And so that could cost anywhere, if it's a real simple contract, a couple $100, all the way up to, a couple $1,000 if it's a much more complicated contract, or if it's a, kind of an expensive attorney, right? So, obviously, we'll just say that it costs maybe $500. Okay, so you're looking at $500 plus another $300 for skip tracing, so that's $800 plus, we'll round it up to be, conservative, right? $200 on leads, so now we're at about $1,000 to get started, right? Now, what else do you need? Well, you need the ability to talk on the phone, okay, which that's free, right? But you may need to practice that, okay? You need the ability to make cold calls, which again, assuming you have a phone, we're not going to include that into your phone bill because it doesn't make any sense, right? Now, you may need an attorney to process a tax overage deal or process a mortgage overage deal. And depending on the amount of volume that you're bringing in, you may have an attorney on retainer in some instances, although I typically don't recommend that if you can avoid it. And you may have to negotiate. They may want a huge percentage, and that's a whole nother nightmare, but that's kind of a case-by-case scenario, so we won't necessarily go into that. The only other thing that I think would really be beneficial that I can think of right now on the top of my head would be some sort of a marketing CRM and marketing software. So Definitely a CRM, although there's definitely some free options out there as well. But the other option is, or the other item that you may need is some sort of an auto dialer, right? Some sort of a second phone number, so you're not taking your business calls on your personal number. You can do that if you want, it's completely up to you, but it's usually a little bit nicer to have those things separate, and it might cost you $10 or something like that to set that up. Auto dialer might be anywhere from $30 to $50, right? So I would say you're going to be around the $1,000 mark to get started, and that does not include any education. That's just you're going to go and figure it out on your own. And that's exactly why with Service from Mastery, literally everything I just told you right there, we actually just give you for free, right? So we actually went out and bought all those things for you, paid all that money for you, and got the best possible stuff we could. And then when you join our program, we give you the coaching, the mentoring, the education, all of that, as well as all the things I just listed for free, right? And that's really what separates our program, is that you're basically getting a 50% discount on our education, because when you come in, that full investment of $2K, that investment is not just for the education, that's for everything that you need. It's a complete package, right? It's something where you come in, you can snap your fingers. I'm wearing gloves, so it doesn't really sound that good right now, but you come in, you can snap your fingers and literally, quite frankly, have everything you need within just a few minutes of joining. Website templates, that's another one, right? Contracts, everything that you need in one convenient place. And that's what makes us different, as well as the coaching that gets people results, right? So I'm not here to pitch my stuff necessarily, but I just wanted to share that because a lot of people ask, well, what expenses do I have in this business? The beautiful thing is with Service from Mastery, we take care of probably 95% of those expenses for you. So you come in, you join the program, and you're good. We partner with skip tracing sites, some of the best skip tracing sites on the world we're partners with, and we give you free leads with when you join our program, because we've worked amazing deals out with those companies, right? Obviously we have a lead stash, so we have different areas where you can get leads. Just click a link and boom, you can download leads. We have obviously some of the world's best scripts for marketing, some of the world's best contracts that are written by real attorneys. We've spent several $1,000s on different contracts for you guys to use. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. One more thing too, a lot of you guys have been commenting about my gloves. And a lot of them saying, what's up with the gloves? What's up with the gloves? Is it cold there? What's up with the gloves? No, guys, it's a fashion statement. I just really want to wear gloves. Okay, I'm kidding. It is like freezing cold. We film these videos very early in the morning, every Sunday, and it's been like 40 degrees every time we get here. So I throw on my gloves. Someone said that he's wearing gloves because he's doing, criminal activities. He doesn't want my fingerprints everywhere. I think someone said that. Yeah, I'm very worried about getting my fingerprints in my own office, guys. Very, very, very scared of what the repercussions of that could be. So with that being said, I appreciate the comments though. Let me know, maybe I'll get some surplus fun, gloves or something next time. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the like button down below, comment your thoughts, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.